Hello, welcome to today's live. We're looking at core strength, but looking for core strength particularly for handstands. So we're going to go through three different exercises. We're going to build up progressively from a little bit of like isolated work on alignment in our first one, and then we're going to look at some strength work to be able to come together, particularly for those wanting to do the lofty goal of like a pressed handstand one day. And then also the final one, we're going to get a little bit of capacity strength into the core mixed in with the shoulder. So there's going to be a little bit of a shoulder core combo because that's what's needed and important for our handstands. So we're going to have three exercises. We're going to go through those in a few rounds, and we're going to give you options to build up on those gradually as we go through. We're going to make sure that we warm up effectively, and one of the things that we're going to do, which is a little bit different, is so what you need is you need the wall for the third exercise. We're going to be on the floor for the first one, and then we're going to need the wall for the last one, and then for the second one, which can be down on the floor as well. Ideally, there's a slider variation with some bam. So if you've got some sexy socks, get them on, and we will get cracking into our session. We're ready to people that are watching along live. We're ready to get started. Great stuff. So one of the things that we're going to work on in this first exercise, I'll take you through each of the exercises, and then we'll look at going through them. So then, one of the things we're looking at is being able to tuck this pelvis underneath. So we don't want to be arching through the back, we want to pull that pelvis underneath. If our hip flexors are tight, what the hip flexors do is they pull us into that tilt where the front of the pelvis comes down and the back goes up. That gets called an anterior tilt. If those hip flexors are tight, it's forcing us into that shape. In our handstand, that's not where we want to be, and also it's just not a good, strong position for the core. We're really open at the front here. We want to close that space down. So I want you to think about pulling and tucking the pelvis underneath, so tucking your bum underneath and pulling your pelvis up at the front, and then pulling those ribs down on top. But to allow us to do that from a strength perspective, yes, we're going to work on some exercises for that. But in terms of being tight in those hip flexors, it's going to be beneficial for us to loosen these guys off, so that we can then, it's a little bit easier for us to make that connection in terms of strength. So we'll start in a kneeling position, and you get to learn this pelvis shape. So when you go into this kneeling position, want the knee underneath the hip, underneath the shoulder, so a nice straight line between those three. And then rather than, you might sit into that position, you might find that actually put your fingers on your pelvis at the front, find the bony part of your pelvis in the front. Feel that there, and what is it like if I push it down or compared to if I tuck my bum under? And just feel the difference between those two positions. And then what I want to try and do is pull that bum underneath, squeeze it so it's tight, and then you'll feel the engagement, or you'll feel more engagement at the back, and you'll feel that bring on a little bit more of a stretch at the front. So find that position, that's on tight, and pull through. I'm nice and tall, I can feel that here. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other variation we're going to do is I'm going to untuck my toes at the back. I'm now going to push down into the floor through my toes at the same time as squeezing the bum. So bum is squeezed in. That's some feeling that engagement there. I now push my foot down into the ground. Again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So I'm pushing the foot into the ground as well as squeezing the bum, so you're going to feel a little bit more there. If you want to, you can go. I'm going to show you 2 other variations. We're going to hold the back leg up and do the same thing. So I'm going to push down into my hand resists it, tuck the pelvis underneath, hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. When you relax, you should feel that's going to go a little bit further. The last one, you could stay on the one you were doing if it feels really tight around the front of the quad. But if you want to, you can grab the back leg with the other hand as well. That's going to give you a little bit more intense stretch. Try and get as close to your bum as you can, and then squeeze that bum, push into the hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All of a sudden, that bum is touching, that foot is touching that bum. We'll swap over. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Other leg. So we'll go through the same thing. In that kneeling position, find your fingers on your pelvis, a tuck underneath, find that position, a squeeze the bum, make sure he's tight and he's on, and keeping a nice straight line through here, and I can feel that stretch. So 5, 4, keep him squeezing, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Untuck the toes, This time I'm going to push down into the floor with my foot, as well as keeping this engagement. So hold that for 5, 4, you feel it really down in front, 3, 2, 1. Check out the caricature of me and Timbo. Lovely. That was a present from someone. You lucky people, you beautiful people, not lucky, we're lucky, you beautiful people. You know who you are that sent that. Right, other ones, stay where you were if that was tight enough. But if you can hold the back leg, have a go at that. So don't then arch into that position. Keep yourself tight through the midsection. Squeeze that bum, push it into your hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if you want to, the final one, hold in with the other leg at the back. Hold those beautiful socks. You'll notice that I've got the mushrooms on today, a new favourite. Okay, push into the hands, squeeze the bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that should help to loosen off those guys at the front. Does it make sense that if they're tight, they want to pull us into that shape, and when we're working into our core, we're going to try and work into this shape. So it makes sense to loosen those guys off. The other one is hamstrings wise. The second exercise is going to require us to get a bit of length to the hamstrings. If the hip flexors are tight and pulling us into that shape, not only is that bad for our handstand, it's also constantly putting the hamstrings on a little bit of length, a little bit of stretch. You think that when the pelvis at the front drops down, that backside is going up. That's putting a little bit of tension to those. So loosening off here is going to help with those hamstrings. We're going to do a little stretch in this shape. If you've got, you can do a nice eccentric one where we can slide ourselves out. So I'm staying nice and tall, I'm kneeling, toes pulled up. I'm going to slide my foot away until I feel that stretch through that hamstring. Lean forward, don't slump down. Just try and make yourself long, but come from the pelvis and then pull back up. So I'm sliding, so a bit eccentric loading through that hamstring. Try and pivot from, or hinge from the hip. Hold that bottom position, pull through. Go again. Push those hips back, slide the foot away, stay nice and long through the back, not rounded. Pull through. That's some. We thought we were doing core, we're preparing for core. Slide this foot away. Hinge at the hip, stay long through the spine. Pull back up, 2 more. Let that foot go. Oh, now we're stretching. Hinge at the hips. What there? Pull back up, last one. Slide. You can just walk in if you can't slide, just nudge your foot out there. Hinge at the hip. Pull it in. Good. So I want you to just then take that into a little bit of a, like your toe touch position. Come down into your squat. Stand back up. When you stand back up, we're going to do a few reps. When you stand back up, we need to feel this hamstring stretch. We want you to try and keep your hands close to the floor. We're going to need this for exercise number 2. So stand up, keep your hands close to the floor as possible. Ideally, your hands are going to be touching the floor. 1 more, and then stay in that bottom position. We're going to twist it over to the left. We're going to do 10 little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over to the right. There's a stretch reflex in the muscle that's designed to try, or it's there to protect you. We're just activating that a little bit, we're trying to maintain a little bit of happiness for the brain of going like, it is okay, and then for 10 in the middle, it is okay, down in this position, rather than that stretch reflex kicking in and just making us feel tighter than necessarily we have to be. Good. So, hamstring should feel a bit looser, hips should feel a bit looser. Now we can get in and attack the core. So, people saying that tilt makes a huge difference. Can't believe it on that stretch. Right, so we'll get into these 3 core exercises now. First one is going to be a hollow rock variation. The second one is going to use that hamstring. I think we're going to be piking in together. And then the third one is going to be using the wall. So you need to make sure you've got a wall to use for yourself. Well, you don't have, we could do an unwall variation, but ideally we're going to have a wall. So, and make sure you got a drink, because I think it's going to be a hot one today. Well, it is for me anyway. So, our first one, a hollow rock, a full hollow rock, looks like this. Where when I go back, I pull my bum up off the floor, and it's a rocking motion on your back. It's not a slap down, bums down the floor, do a sit up, slap down, pull legs up. It's not that. It's not that. Your hands and feet stay the same distance apart the whole time. It's smooth, and when you rock backwards, your bum comes off the floor, so you should be able to slide something underneath it. Now that's with your hands and legs both fully out, as far apart as possible, so the largest distance between those and the pivot point in the middle, so that lever length of the legs and the arms is at its greatest. You can make it easier for yourself by coming narrower, but still with those levers straight, or you can do a variation of them where we actually change the levers in terms of bend them, so now they're not as long, and then also you can bring the hands much further close towards the middle. What I want you to do is be able to find a position where you can create 10 really nicely controlled rocks. So not slapping up and down like a fish out of water, but you're controlling those rocks, and you're sort of flipping and trying to go fast. It's as slow and it's controlled, and the alignment through your midsection doesn't change. So whatever you start with, you maintain that the whole way through, rather than that pelvis being sucked underneath at the start, that when you come down, you don't end up in this type of position where you can see ribs have lifted up, hips have dropped down. That's me losing that position. Okay, so we're going to go 10 together. Yeah, I'm going to do that full one, but you can work on wherever you're at. One of them sets up, get focused. This is the first one. So this is just thinking about our alignment in our handstand. When we're in our handstand, we want to be tucking that pelvis underneath. We want to have a nice connection between midsection and into the hips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. So we think of what that shape is like. I'm getting strong in a position here. So tucking underneath, I'm getting strong there, making that connection through that whole anterior shape. And it's not straight, is it? You're always like, we're bananaing this way. But that's counteracting the tendency that we want to go into this shape, this global extension. For those that have ever tried to learn how to do a handstand, we find that is the type of shape that we get into. For 1, that midsection control, 2, the shoulder tightness, and 3, because it's easier to balance in that shape. But this is helping to counteract or counterbalance the tendency to come in to here. So we're going to overdo it the other way. Great. So hopefully that one wasn't too difficult, wasn't too bad. The next one is we're going to use that pike position. So we're going to start in our favourite position of this, what we call the sliders. Those that have been for one of my core sessions before know that we love the slider. So we're going to start in a press position, and then rather than sliding back and pulling forward, and if you haven't got a slippery floor magazine or something or underneath your feet on carpet, works well. Equally, you can walk your feet on this one if you need to. The slide is good because we're going to go from a flat position, and we're going to pike ourselves up, and we're going to try and get our bum as high as we can in the air. As hamstrings are going to get stretched, as our feet get as close to our hands as possible. You've got to overcome a bit of friction on the floor. So, start my press up position. I'm going to pull forward, get my feet as close to my hands as possible, and then drive back. When I get back to that bottom position, I want to be in a nice straight position, not hips sag down. I'm thinking about abs are tight, bums tight at this bottom position, strong through the shoulders. So squeeze up again, really suck with the abs in,
Drag back out. There's 2, I'm going to do 5 of these. Squeeze in. Push back. 3. 4. 1 more. You work as far as you can. 5. What that's also starting to do is get your hands used to being on the floor and used to loading up gradually through the shoulders. So that's exercise number 2. How do we find that? You work as high, you can go up as far as you want, or don't work. You can work as far up or as far down as you can. What's important is that you feel like you're working in control, or you are in control of the motion that you're doing. Okay, then the last one, just going to move this out of the way a second, is hopefully we're going to try and use the wall. If you haven't got a wall, a squat for us would be, or some people call them mountain climbers, when we're in a position there, show you side down. Our job is, when we're in our press-up position, when we're in this shape, where even though we're moving our legs, what I want us to do is think about how do I maintain this trunk alignment. So my core is going to stay tight, my bum is going to stay, and I'm going to try and maintain that straightness through that chain in my midsection. So when I'm moving my legs, what I don't want to happen is to have lots of movement side to side, rotation, breaking in and out of that like nice strong midline position. So rather than it being a bit wiggly wobbly, I want to be nice and controlled through the midsection as I'm in that shape. What we're going to do is load it up a little bit more related to that handstand. So we're going to use the wall to walk slightly up the wall. You can go as far up the wall as you want and where you feel comfortable. And then we're going to have a look at some of those mountain climber squat for us in that shape. I'm looking after that midsection to hold us in a good position. So I'd come up onto the wall here. Ten reps to start with. Have a little play of those. See what that feels like. You're gonna feel that as one leg comes off, you're like, oh, I'm sort of like doing a bit of a handstanding balance type of thing here, because all of a sudden there's that period where you've got one less point of contact with the world, as in with the wall, and therefore you're getting a little bit closer to doing that full handstand where it's just hands on the floor. You don't have to worry about your balance or anything, but you're getting that time, particularly when you're swapping them, where you've got a little bit of nothing else other than your hands holding you up. Make sure that you're working to maintain that nice position, pelvis tucked underneath, and hold that in tight. Thinking about using what you've done in those hollow rocks. Okay? We've done 10 of those. I didn't really count. We'll count them out together. Sorry, I'm sort of just showing you a few different things, but we're going to go through them all together. We'll go through together 10 now, since you've had a little play of where that's at. Yeah? So find a position where you were comfortable, where you were happy with. So walk your feet at the wall. Have yourself on a bit of an angle. Bring one leg up. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring yourself down. Good job. How's that? Grab yourself a quick little drink, because now we're going to go into, that was like round 1 was like showing us what to do. How's it feel? Getting into it. Round 2, now we're going to get into a little bit of work. We're going to build that up. Then round 3, we're going to attack it hard. Yeah? Are we ready to try and take on a couple of rounds, working at a bit more capacity on these? Yeah, so the plan is round 2, we're going to go 20 rocks on round 2. We're going to stick with 5 on the pike sliders, and then we're going to go for 20 on the wall mountain climbers as well. John Paget is ready. on YouTube. How are the guys on Insta? Are we ready to rock and roll? So I'm looking at those. Let's go, JD Stones. Yes. Okay. Right. So on the rocks. Here we are. Coming at you. 20 of these. Nice and slow and controlled. You shouldn't finish faster than me because we should all be going at the same pace. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Boom shakalaka. There we go. Ooh. Right. Remember, when we go into the ones on the wall, I want you to think about that connection we were just making there and hold that in the same shape. Okay? This time, on these, your job is, I want us to try and go further. And when we come, we're going to 5 reps. When we come back, we are going to slide. Make sure I've got that way. We're going to slide our feet backwards. So our position does not finish just here. We're going to slide back before we come forward and then into our shape, into our pike. Yeah? So we're just adding, still doing 5 reps, we're just adding that little bit extra in on the way back. That's the little kicker. Okay? So if you did one with me then, you got another one too. We're going to do 5 from that. So start in press position. Good. Slide as far as you can. Slide back. Hold. Slide forward. Pull up. Hands to feet. Or feet to hands. So slide back. There's 1. Further. Behind. Hold. Slide forward. Good. Back to press position. There's 2. Slide further back. Pull forward. There's 3. Back to your start. Slide back. Pull forward. Slide back. Press up. Position. There's 4. Last one. Push back. Pull forward. Hands, feet to hands. Back to press up position. And finish. Yes, getting a sweat on. Right, and then last one in the round. Up to the wall mountain climbers. Find your press up position. Feet up on the wall where you're comfortable. Gonna walk it a little bit. Okay, strong through the shoulders. We're going for 20. One leg, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we come. Thankfully, the sun has just stopped for a second. I am literally melting in here. How do we find that? We'll have a little minute, then we're going to go for it on round 3. Wipe the sweat away. Let me know how you found that. Let me know how you're getting on. Some big thumbs up on Insta. I'll show you that little picture later. Some amazing people in the School of Calisthenics students. For the birthday of the School of Calisthenics back in January, they got those made for me and Tim. We got one each. Oh, JD, killing it today. Jeff Swims, hey, from San Francisco, how are we doing? Right, 30 more seconds, let us know again. It's warm here too in Sweden, John. Crikey, 26 degrees in Sweden. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's about that here as well. Look, I'm ditching this. Ditching it. Even though this is what you get to see. I need it. I need to go. I'm going to rely on... anyone got any power socks on today? JD saying, I'm killing her. Right, you're as hard. Okay, final round then. 30 rocks. Yeah, we're sticking with 5 on the pikes because they're really difficult, but I'm going to add something for that. And then 30 on the wall. Okay, we ready? Let's do it. John's barefoot. Barefoot's good, at least it's not white socks. Go on, plain white socks on. Don't be disrespected in our core session with your plain white socks. Right. Here we go. So 30 rocks, quality, yeah, and at where you can do and maintain good position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, that was hard today. That was hard today. Move them out of the way for the last time. Okay, for the core, we're going to add in a little walk. So we're going to start from standing. We walk our hands down. So we get this hamstring stretch. We walk our hands down. We get to our press up position. We slide back. We come forward. We slide ourselves back to press up and then walk our hands back, up, and down we go again. So there's one. Walk hands out to press up, slide back, slide forward, back into press up, walk the hands back. So you can get a better hamstring stretch on each time. There's 2. So walk the hands out to press up, slide back, pull forward, pike up, back to press up, walk the hands back. There's 3. There we go. So these were hard. Walk your hands out, press up, slide back, pull forward, pike up, pike up, pike, 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 pike. Come on, Jacko. Press up, walking hands back. Ooh, there's 4. Last one. Work hard on this. Work as far as you can with good control. Let's press up, slide back, pull forward, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, and back to press up, and then hold them hands. Woo. That was tough. Told you the last set was going to be hard. There's 30 of these now. 30, yes, 30. So work at a position where you can. If that means you're not going to use the wall, then that's so be it. What's important is that you're working at a place where you can get this amount of capacity, strength done with quality. There's no point in you compromising the quality just to do something that's harder. You're not going to benefit from that. All you're going to do is teach yourself that is an acceptable way to move, and that's what you want. Strength in this this position that is undesirable, whereas now we want strength in these good quality positions. So, last one. Fine, get yourself up onto the wall. Find position, and then we have to 30. One leg off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, halfway, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Boom! There we go. Oh, anyone's sweating as much as I am today. or not. Or just smile, having a rest. There we have it. A little bit of a mix up for you, a little bit of something where you're integrating what that core's doing with the shoulders to try and help us with that handstand in terms of both strength, but then also that alignment of getting us into better shapes here rather than breaking out all the time. 3 different exercises. If you really want to go for another round, you can. But that's it for us from me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. The upside down stair climbers, yeah, they're a good one. And you get that feeling of, so it's John on YouTube, you get that feeling of swapping those legs over, having to control your midsection. You're getting this capacity, strength through your shoulders to hold yourself up. And you get a little bit of a sense of feeling of floating. Hope you got that little like floaty feeling when you're swapping those legs over. It's like, oh, my hands, oh, my hands, oh, my hands. But you're not having to worry about the balance side of it. And if it's anything like me, you just probably get pretty sweaty, so that you've got a bit of conditioning work on the go as well. So on Instagram, Sisu644 sweating now. No problem. Remember, you can watch. A couple of people joining late. You can watch all of these workouts back on the replay. They're all in the playlist on YouTube. There's probably, crikey, we've been doing it since lockdown started. 5 a week, sometimes more. So there must be like nearly 50 probably workouts on there now. But there is 50 workouts on there now. So head over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, please. I think we're close. We're knocking on 90,000 right now. So we need a little bit of a push on that. But thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, head over to YouTube and subscribe. And if you want to look at any of those previous ones, you hit the playlist for like workouts, follow-ons at home. So check those out. It's going to give you all the workouts that we've done under those sections. And then finally, unless anyone's got any specific questions for me, if you want WhatsApp notifications of when we're doing all these workouts, then join the WhatsApp notification group. You just need to send a WhatsApp message, so a message on WhatsApp saying I want to join, to +44 7883 161 433. And send that message, send that on WhatsApp. Then we can add you to that notifications. And the final thing is probably just thank you for the birthday messages. It was my birthday last Thursday. Those that guessed correctly, I was 38. I know the grey hair makes me look an awful lot older. But thank you so much for all the birthday messages. And a lot of you took advantage of the offer we gave for the School of Calisthenics kit, which pretty much sold out of after the back of that. But we do have 50% off during lockdown our online membership. So a lot of you have joined. There's thousands in there now. But yeah, a lot of you have joined. Bodyweight Basics is free. Then also got 50% off our online membership, which gives you access to all of our online programs and the additional educational content that we have in there. So if you are interested in and you like these workouts and you're interested in understanding your training a bit further and want some programs to follow for specific things like handstands, muscle ups, that sort of stuff, as well as your general overall understanding of your training and getting the most out of your body weight strength training, then do check that out. That's our virtual classroom is where the online memberships are. Thank you, Dominic, for the happy belated birthday. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have an amazing Monday and a great week. I'm back actually tomorrow to do Cossack squats, so a bit of lower body tomorrow for those that want to work on their Cossack squats. There was a lot of you actually on Instagram said, yeah, Cossack, they wanted to learn how to do a Cossack squat. So we're going through that tomorrow. Tim has got a webinar for you on Wednesday. Coach Georgie is here on Thursday for shoulder mobility as requested. And then on Friday, Owen is back to give you some full body conditioning on Friday. So we've got a full week planned with the team, and I hope you have a good one. And hopefully, you missed it. So you can watch all these back on the replay. Watch them all back on the replay. Head over to YouTube, and you can see them all back. Thank you for the late birthday messages, and yeah, I hope you have it. I hope the sun is shining as great as it is here in the UK, wherever you are. Thanks again for watching and your support as ever. Stay safe, enjoy your training, and we'll see you I'll see you tomorrow. Class dismissed.